Morning students. In continuation of last topic, last video, preparation of alkanes, dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation follows two principles. One is here Sedgefus, or it is also called Jetsams. And one more second rule is there that we call Hoffman rule. Follows two rules. One is Sedgefus and Hoffman rule. Hoffman rule also called as opposite Sedgefus. Hoffman rule also called as opposite to Sedgefus. Here I am taking first Sedgefus, then we discuss about the Hoffman rule. First, I will give one example. After that, we will see what is the Sedgefus. Here CH3H. Here CHCl, CH3. This is one of the compound. This is the one compound. What we call here, this one 2-chloro. 2-methyl. 3-chloro-butane. 2-methyl 3-chloro-butane is the molecule. Here in the presence of alcoholic potassium hydroxide, it undergoes dehydrohalogenation. That means halogen and hydrogen. Halogen from this carbon only. Hydrogen, here two possibilities are there for the removing of hydrogen. One is carbon and another one is carbon. Here what Sedgefus says, the removal of hydrogen from more substituted carbon along with the halogen atom gives major product, and that is also major. That major product proceeds through stable carbocation. This is the tertiary carbon. Here one more possibility is there. This is one more possibility. This is the primary carbon. Tertiary carbon, if you remove hydrogen from the tertiary carbon, it forms tertiary carbonimate. If you remove the hydrogen from this, you will get that reaction proceeds through primary carbonimate. Tertiary is more stable than the primary. That's why removal of this carbon, the removal of this hydrogen, gives major product. Here CH3, double bond here CH3. 2-methyl 2-butene. 2-methyl 2-butene is the major product. And along with the one more compound was found here. What is that? CH3, CH as usual, CH3, and here CH double bond CH2. This is we called 3-methyl 2-butene. 3-methyl 1-butene, not 2-butene. 3-methyl 1-butene. This is a minor product. This theory, Sedgefus says this one. Removal of hydrogen from the highly substituted carbon. Removal of hydrogen from the highly substituted carbon. We called or Sedgefus says that one. Or we consider one more definition. Removal of hydrogen from the carbon which has less number of hydrogens. Also is also one of the statement for the Sedgefus. Here I am taking some more examples for the Sedgefus. This is all Sedgefus. Here I am taking here chlorine and here methyl group is present. This is the one important compound. What is the name of this compound? Give the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2-chloro methyl cyclohexane. 2-chloromethyl cyclohexane. Okay, here write alcoholic potassium hydroxide. Two possibilities are there. In first position hydrogen is there, and here two hydrogens are there. Okay, this is tertiary hydrogen. That means it's a more substituted carbon. This is less substituted carbon. Why? Here carbon attached to 1, 2, 3 carbons. Here carbon attached to only 2 carbon atoms. So it is more substituted carbon. Remove hydrogen from these two. We'll get 2 molecules. Over here CH3. Along with this, we'll get one more molecule CH3. This is more substituted carbon, removal of hydrogen. Okay, removal of hydrogen from this carbon and gives major product. This is the major and this one is minor. What is the name of this molecule? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cyclohexene. Okay, which cyclohexene? Methyl cyclohexene. 1-methyl cyclohexene. Yes, now. What about this one? Okay, give the number 1, 2, 3. Starting with double bond only. Double bond is a functional group. Methyl group is a substituent. Okay, here double bond and methyl groups are present at same side, same place now. So I give numbering like this. Okay, here this is we called 3-methyl cyclohexene. 3-methyl cyclohexene is the minor product. Okay, here this is the major product according to the Setchef rule. According to the Setchef rule. If any possibility are there here, methyl, chlorine is there. Okay, in examination point of view, they may give like this also, in need point of view. Here CH3. What is the name of this molecule? Do the numbering from this side, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 1, 3, 3. Okay, 2-chlorocyclohexane. 2-chlorocyclohexane. Is there any possibility to dehydrohalogenation? There is no hydrogen and carbon. Here no hydrogen, here no hydrogen. Only chlorine atom is there. So it never involves in dehydrohalogenation. So there is no hydrogen, no reaction due to lack of hydrogen at adjacent carbon. Lack of hydrogen at adjacent carbon. Okay, this is about the one of the important one, Setchef rule. And here, what Hofmann rule? What Hofmann rule says? See here, Hofmann rule. In continuation, we discuss Hofmann rule. Same reactions, all those are same. But here, which is major and which is minor only. Okay, here in continuation I am taking second rule, Hofmann rule. Hofmann rule. What is the Hofmann rule? What says Hofmann rule? Okay, during the dehydrohalogenation, removal of hydrogen from the carbon which has more number of hydrogens, that we call as Hofmann rule. That says Hofmann rule. That statement says Hofmann rule. One more statement is there: removal of hydrogen from the carbon. Less substituted carbon. Removal of hydrogen from the less substituted of carbon during the dehydrohalogenation. It says Hofmann rule. This statement given by the Hofmann rule. Okay, and here I am taking one molecule CH3, same molecule CH3. Okay, here hydrogen here, CH, Br, CH3. This may be CH3 instead of CH3. Here I am writing CH2H. Okay, here according to the Hoffman rule, what happens in C? Alcoholic KOH. We will remove here bromine as usual. Okay, here if you remove this one, follows. Okay, follows here Sedgwick rule. If you remove this hydrogen, it follows Hoffman rule. Okay, remove this hydrogen first, this hydrogen second. Then what you will get? Here we will get first CH3. Okay, here H, CH double bond, CH2. Okay, then one more compound was formed, CH3, C, CH3 double bond, CH, CH3. Okay, this is the minor product according to the Hoffman rule. This is the major product according to the Hoffman rule. What Hoffman rule says? Removal of hydrogen. Okay, here remove HBr. Br, okay. Remove hydrogen from the less substituted carbon. This is the less substituted carbon. This is the more substituted carbon. Removal of carbon from the less substituted carbon we consider as Hoffman rule. This Hoffman rule. This says Hoffman rule. This is the statement of Hoffman rule. And then in continuation, we'll see one more Cl here. Okay, here CH3 is there. Here H is there, and here H are there. Okay, in presence of alcoholic KOH. In the presence of alcoholic KOH, remove this hydrogen and remove this hydrogen. We'll get here two compounds. First remove this hydrogen. We'll get double bond here. Then remove this hydrogen. We'll get double bond here. Okay, here this compound formed through Hoffman rule. So it is Hoffman's major product. It is a minor product. So minor product and major product. This is the dehydrohalogenation. By using dehydrohalogenation process, prepared so many alkenes, different types of alkenes. Okay, this is about the dehydrogenation of alkyl halide forms. Dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halide forms alkenes based on the two important principles. One is Sedgwick rule and second one is Jetson's rule. Then in continuation we will move into the one more reaction. After the dehydrogenation we have here dehydration. Dehydration. The second reaction, dehydration. What is the meaning of dehydration? Removal of water from the molecule. Removal of water from the molecule we call dehydration. D means remove, hydration means water. Removal of water from the molecule. Removal of water from the molecule we call as dehydration. Okay, here dehydrating agent, concentrate sulfuric acid. Okay, concentrate phosphoric acid. Okay, here anhydrous aluminium dioxide, zinc chloride, anhydrous zinc chloride, phosphorus pentoxide. All these are used as a dehydrating agents. Okay, here the dehydration of alcohols. Here I am taking alcohol. Dehydration can be done. Dehydration forms alkenes. This is the principle. Okay, here I am taking one ethyl alcohol, CH2H. It may be written like this, CH3, and here CH2H. This is called ethanol. Eth, two carbons are there, so ethanol. Ethanol is also called ethyl alcohol. Okay, the dehydration of ethyl alcohol in the presence of different conditions. Dehydration is common like this H2O, but we get here different molecules. Here we get different molecules. Dehydration. Okay, how will do the dehydration? See here. First, in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, exactly at 170 degrees centigrade temperature, it loses water molecule and forms CH2 double bond CH2. This we called ethene. And here, in presence of one more reagent, anhydrous aluminum trioxide. Okay, at 350 degrees centigrade temperature forms ethene. Okay, anhydrous zinc chloride at 250 degrees centigrade temperature forms ethene. Phosphorus pentoxide also forms ethene. Okay, in presence of phosphoric acid H3PO4. Okay, 90% H3PO4, maximum concentrated phosphoric acid, but nearly 320 Kelvin temperature, not degree centigrade, 320 Kelvin temperature, nearly 150 degree centigrade temperature. Okay, 150 or 140 degree centigrade, 147 degree centigrade temperature, 147 degree centigrade temperature forms ethene. This we call as dehydration. Removal of water molecule. Okay, from the removal of water molecule from the alcohols and forms alkene. It's called dehydration. See the dehydration mechanism. Mechanism for dehydration. Okay, step 1. Here step 1. Concentrate sulfuric acid dissociates into H plus ion and HSO4 minus ion. Okay, this is the first one. Dissociation of sulfuric acid. First step. Dissociation of sulfuric acid. Dissociation of sulfuric acid, first step. And step 2, protonation to ethyl alcohol. Protonation to ethyl alcohol means here I am taking ethyl alcohol. CH3, CH2, OH. This is the ethyl alcohol. This proton attacked on ethyl alcohol. How it attacks? Okay, this electron transferred here. Okay, oxygen has two lone pair of electron. In that, one of the electron transferred towards the H plus ion. This we called, that means we are adding the H plus ion to alcohol, we called protonation to ethyl alcohol. And forms here this compound OH here, positive charge. Oxygen with positive charge we called oxonium ion. This is the oxonium ion. Here we have ethyl, so we called ethyl oxonium ion. This is the step 2. Step 3, ethyl oxonium ion is unstable. Okay, it lose water molecule. Ethyl oxoniamide lose water molecule. What happens? We'll get here CH3 CH2 plus ethyl carbonium ion. That means all the dehydration reaction proceeds through carbonium ion, and dehydration reaction also depends on stability of carbonium ion. This is the step 3. Then we'll see step 4. Okay, here I am writing HCH2 plus. This is the carbonium ion. Carbonium ion is unstable. Donate electrons towards CH2 plus, loses H plus ion, will get back the catalyst and form the CH2 double bond CH2 and form the ethene. Not only for ethene, not only for this one, every mechanism, every alcohol involves in dehydration. Every alcohol involves in dehydration like this only. Okay, every ethyl carbonium ion that occur. Okay, every alcohol undergoes dehydration like this only. Like this only. This is the mechanism for the dehydration, and these are the different reactions of dehydration reactions. Okay, see the dehydration of primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. Dehydration of primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols. Primary already I explained. Okay, dehydration. Here I am writing dehydration of secondary and tertiary alcohols. Primary finished. Remember this one, the dehydration, easy dehydration depends on the stability of carbonium ion. More stable carbonium ion has easy, more stable carbonium ion involves easy dehydration. Easy dehydration. Here I am taking secondary alcohol like isopropyl alcohol or isobutyl alcohol or any other. This is a secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol in the presence of 80% phosphoric acid. Okay, it undergoes dehydration like this. It loses water molecule and forms 1-propene and forms here 1-propene. Okay, here forms the 1-propene. Here this reaction takes place. Okay, this reaction takes place. This reaction takes place nearly 400. Okay, nearly 420 Kelvin temperature. Nearly 420 Kelvin temperature. Okay, this proceeds through. This reaction proceeds through. Okay, this reaction proceeds through tertiary carbonium ion. Sorry, secondary carbonium ion. This reaction proceeds through secondary carbonium ion. Okay, you take here tertiary alcohol CH3, CH3 and CH2H here OH. This we called tertiary butyl alcohol. Tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay, here I am taking nearly 60% phosphoric acid. Okay, 358 Kelvin temperature, 60% phosphoric acid, and at 358 Kelvin temperature, it also involves in dehydration. Dehydration means it loses water molecule and forms CH3 here, CH3 double bond CH2. We call 2-methyl propene. 2-methyl-propene. This proceeds through here see tertiary carbonium ion. Tertiary carbonium ion. Already we know about this one. Okay, tertiary carbonium ion is more stable than secondary carbonium ion and primary carbonium ion. Already we know about this statement. Okay, here the easy of dehydration. Dehydration. Okay, depends on stability of carbonium ion. Okay, directly proportional to the stability of carbonium ion. Directly proportional to the stability of carbonium ion. Remember this one. That means stability of carbonium ion is more, means that molecule involves easy dehydration. Okay, here tertiary, secondary, primary. Okay, tertiary more stable than secondary. Secondary is more stable than primary. So tertiary alcohols vastly involves in easy dehydration than secondary alcohols. Okay, and the primary alcohols. This is the here decreasing order of what we call easy dehydration. Easy dehydration of alcohols. Easy dehydration of alcohol. This is about the dehydration of secondary, tertiary, and primary alcohols. This is one more preparation of alkenes. Dehydration of alcohols. Next, in continuation, we'll see the one more topic, dehalogenation. What is the meaning of dehalogenation? D means remove. Halogenation means removal of halogen. We called dehalogenation. Removal of halogen we called dehalogenation. Okay, here see third one, dehalogenation. Okay, removal of here halogen from the molecule we called as dehalogenation. Here I am taking one molecule CH2Cl here, CH2Cl here. It is reacts with zinc. What is the name of this molecule here? 1,2 dichloroethane. 1,2 dichloroethane. This is called as vicinal dihalide. Already we know about that one. Vicinal dihalide. Okay, heat this reaction. What happens? Zinc here, 2 chlorines lost in the form of zinc chloride and forms CH2 double bond CH2. We get here alkenes. To take any other CH3, CHCl, CH2Cl, it reacts with zinc. Just heat, it loses zinc chloride molecule. Okay, and forms CH3, CH double bond CH2, 1-propene. Okay, this we called dehalogenation. Or I am taking one more molecule. Here chlorine, here also chlorine. 1,2 dichloro. 1,2 dichlorocyclohexane. It is reacts with zinc. Zinc and 2 chlorine atom lost in the form of zinc chloride. Forms here cyclohexene. This is we called as dehalogenation. This is we simply called as dehalogenation. Some more reactions are there for the preparation of the alkenes. Okay, we'll see in continuation of those preparations in next video. Thank you.